Everyone who is in the back, please keep your mouths fucking shut while I am presiding over this. Otherwise, it will be a problem. When I give contempt charges, it starts at $250K plus 30 months, and it doubles for each count of contempt after that. Please keep that in mind if you decide to make an outburst in it. Now, does that satisfy for the current time, Mr. Grayson?
Oh man, bro, fuck me. I can't. Oh, fuck.
Right.
Fucking
With
Jesus.
that being said, we'll go ahead and get this underway. We're here for a pretrial hearing for the people versus Carmine Costello. We want to go ahead and get motions out of the way. We've got a few that were already submitted on the docket, so we're going to start at the top. Once we get through the docket submissions, then we'll go to any extra motions and try to get this thing wrapped up snappy. So top of the list, the prosecution's original motion to produce. Those following along at home, that's going to be on the very front page of the docket. Post number 4.
Oh my God, bro.
At this time, does the prosecution have anything to add to that motion?
No, it should just be exactly what's written.
All right, come on, Duncan, you got this.
Fair enough, fair enough. In that case, defense, do you have any response to the motion?
Chad, did wheelchairs only recently?
LEO authority, but you know, we're informed. We want as much evidence as we can possibly get our hands on.
All right, fair enough, fair enough. That motion then.
Oh, I was wondering why there's so many. Do you remember the Nino? Do you remember the Nino?
Post on the docket exclaiming so.
Wheelchair arc in 3.0. Dude, that was.
We can move on.
High key, one of the best. One of my favorite fucking arcs ever.
The defense's motion to dismiss with prejudice. Defense, do you have anything to add to that motion at this time? So for anyone playing along, it's be on the first page of the docket, post 17.
As far as what's already added in there or posted in there, Your Honor, again, it's just highlighting the sport standard and then the state ordinance. I believe Harvey, who's unable to attend today, pretty much outlined the exact timeline of everything that needs to be put down. As far as any additionals to that, oh, give me a second here. And also to highlight too, I forgot that the prosecution did produce a report by creating the incident report 8 days after the actual initial incident of arrest or / detainment. So, Your Honor, if they were trying to wiggle their way out of it, they created everything that we pointed out didn't exist after we made our motions and FOIA requests. So those are certain things that I highlight for the motion to dismiss.
Sorry, repeat that last little bit again, just make sure I'm hearing you right.
Oh, the main issue, one of the main issues is that they never created an incident report as dictated by the state ordinance when it comes to, you know, any sort of traffic stop. This is basically the last part, last few parts of the Harvey's motion to dismiss. SASM didn't really have, or they didn't produce anything as far as an incident report or any sort of arrest report, anything like that, detailing the events of the detainment and the subsequent arrest. They didn't have any of that as dictated by the ordinance in the post that Harvey posted. So we want to note that anything referencing this incident was created after our FOIA request and after we pointed it out in our motion to dismiss.
That doesn't fucking matter. You requested a record. It didn't exist and it was produced. What the fuck?
You'll see that's why they have a motion to produce a report.
Bro, every single one of these arguments damage the police department. This is the craziest thing. Like, look, ignore who's getting prosecuted. The fucking LSPD hired defense attorneys that actually are making arguments that damage their ability to police.
Do you have any response?
Yeah.
Well, proceed when you're ready.
The charges for Mr. Costello were sorry, Your Honor. Am I directly responding to just that added statement or the whole objection?
At this time, please, I don't believe that Marshal Sparks made a response on the docket. So if you need to take a moment, read through it, feel free to do so.
Received contact with them in the call. It was stated that
looking for a full response.
Effectively what the defense is arguing here is that if someone FOIAs information from the police department and the police department, then in order to fulfill a information's request for information that was not in an official report, that by the production of that document, you're allowed to then motion it back off as if that's like a wrongdoing. So take, for example, someone earlier today was
I can
shot.
read over this. Is there anything you would like to add in response to what they just said or overall?
He's nervous. He's got this. It doesn't matter either way. Like, these motions aren't going to do anything. It's only the motion to dismiss that matters. Received contact from a member of the archivist. In the call, it was stated that the third key was left at its location. That the third key was never found and was
includes the totality of circumstances, the totality of everything up to and including this stop substantiate the charges.
Received contact from a member of the
archivist. This the People v. Bobby Charles already found someone guilty of a similar charge as an accomplice actor, so this case should be heard in court.
That's
Your Honor, objection. That's
I will allow.
Probative.
Yeah, I will say I will allow a rebuttal. Please go ahead. Anything other than what you just said, defense?
Received contact from a member of the archivist. In this call, it was stated that the third key was never found and was left at its original location at the movie studio.
And any accusations therefore made through other legal action involving other individuals in which my client was not participant to is a disgusting denial of due process. And we would vehemently, argue that until the end of time.
On brand.
In addition, Your Honor, we're talking
received contact from the member of the archivist. In the call, it is stated that the third key was never found. It was and it was left at the original for reference.
Motion is to talking about the
last
was pretty much this
information. Law enforcement
whatever they would bring up after the fact, the ends does not
a
justify the means.
picture
the situation is what I'm basically arguing
from a camera.
Change the fact that they didn't meet the source standard
near the location of the
how they
key.
created the report 8 days after
night was
arrest,
navigated.
Shows that they didn't do their job as far as complying with the state ordinance.
Was navigated to
it's not about whether we're not
to
talking about here. We're
that original location.
They didn't do a lawful
additional key.
Dismissal.
We would draw common law standard, which current Chief Justice Brittany Angel wrote herself.
There's a lot of cops for a pretrial.
That what is at stake right
1,
now?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I wish we got this back up during any of the faceless cases or people getting murdered or whatnot. Let me see. It was navigated to the original location. We're an additional key
in the written motion. Pointing towards.
I've got anything in the written motion. I don't need that to be repeated at this
time.
Yeah.
I'm just highlighting that for you.
Appreciate it. All right, I've given y'all enough time there. Any further comment from the prosecution?
Location of the key.
Yeah. So with the Suarez standard,
contained a,
to quote the defense, this is the
login for
investigatory detention. The precise thing that the Suarez standard forbids. The Suarez standard literally allows us to quote
login and the
that can only be performed in a secure location while a suspect is under detainment or arrest.
Be
He was
placed
suspended and then clocked
in
off
a
duty.
report.
Even if it was an arrest, an investigatory interrogation or detainment is to the standard.
To put it plainly, Your Honor, he was kind
I
of.
didn't ask for another response, please.
Oh, okay.
Give me a moment. I'm looking over some stuff.
I'm just gonna put that right there.
Okay, Mr. Lung, you can proceed with one final response.
Yeah. Pretty much at the time of the detainment and everything, you have to understand too that my client, as highlighted, wasn't committing any sort of crime. They had no reasonable suspicion to be detained like that off the street. He was pulled up on. He was pulled up on, basically taken in cuffs without any sort of probable cause or any sort of reasonable suspicion for any sort of crimes. He was just swooped off the streets and then just put into the interrogation room like he was some sort of.
He was
hooligan.
arrested.
So.
Oh
I
no!
get what they're talking about as far as like talking about the definition.
This
of the force case,
argument
but our argument is that they
needed
that.
more than just
Again,
Duncan here.
Carmine was just regularly being a civilian off the streets and was taken off the streets without committing any sort of crime or doing anything.
Let's see how
out of the
Duncan
ordinary,
handles this.
Besides being
While-
Carmine.
He was
And while
arrested.
he was suspended, he was still a lawfully hired police officer at this time.
It
a
doesn't
clean-slate
matter.
citizen with no crimes on his record.
They fucking did me like they did Maduro.
Mr. Costello, I'm going to ask that you allow your counsel to talk for you.
My apologies, Your Honor. Sorry about that.
Hey, they did him like Maduro.
Log in website. I don't know actually what
Any final
Ruth said
response
because
from
I have no
prosecution?
idea. That is something that should have
need an
been
indicator.
documented. I'm not sure if she did. It
Uh,
sounds like it's post
Are you
facto
ruling on
created.
this motion after this?
After
then?
after you make this response. If you have anything further to add.
I do have a report to motion for, but I guess you'd want that afterwards.
Is it directly pertaining to the current motion?
It is a report that needs to be amended, with a officer statement.
The login of the website will be placed in
Again,
present
is it
aliens.
something
No
that you
DDoS.
would be using to support yourself for this motion, or is it just something that you're trying to add secondarily?
The login
This is a
and
motion to
the
dismiss, right? Correct.
Yeah. We're currently talking about the motion to dismiss.
I do believe it would help.
login of the website will be placed in reports and night logged. Hold on, let me see. Night logged into the website, and there was a series of background information pertaining to the history of the archivists. Those photos of the report are currently available.
This is a bit outside of normal procedure for things, so I'm going to have to disallow it for now until I actually make a ruling, but keep that motion in your pocket for after the fact.
Sure.
All right, let me get these.
Anything beyond that?
No.
Okay.
I feel like for sake of completion, I would like to see, hold on, let me see, website page 1.
All right. At this time, the court is going to be denying the motion to dismiss. Based on what I am seeing here and the arguments
good
presented,
job,
I
Duncan.
do believe that the marshals were acting within good faith and attempting to go with any guidelines that they have necessary here. I do understand the defense's arguments and their concerns in this regard. If you believe that there are issues with this, I would suggest taking this to an actual civil action after the case.
Yep,
or
that's
finding some
exactly it.
other form of remedy.
Page 1
But we are going to
overview.
proceed at this time.
Okay. Page
Alright.
1.
That being said, before we get to any new motions, we do want to take care of the one last remainder. The prosecution's motion for witness deposition and partial joinder.
Wait.
That'll be page 2 on the docket, post 26.
It's not page 1. That's going to be login. Website.
Do we have any response from the defense on this?
Yes, we would love to have Peachy in trial so we can get her testimony in relation to Carmine Costello. He was asked a lot of questions during the trial with Bobby Charles about Bobby Charles. I think Carmine deserves his whole defense to be heard. I think cross-examination from the defense of Miss Peachy at trial for Carmine Costello is relatively essential.
Any rebuttals from the prosecution?
Only what Marshall Sparks has already posted.
So my opinion is that pre-trials are good. Okay, so you ready, chat? I'm gonna give you my full thoughts after the fact, and I think there's a lot of.
So looking
Hold
over
on.
this motion, part of the reason why we're doing this is the scheduling issues that we've already
Yep.
been having with getting this case rolling.
Exactly.
We're also obviously looking at trying to ease the burden on the actual witness themselves, on the court. However, I do very much recognize Mr. Costello and his defense counsels wanting to actually be able to do proper cross-examination for
Which
this
would have
case
been
in
possible if they
particular.
didn't fucking spam fucking pre-trial hearings and like motions and da-da-da-da-da.
See,
So-
Officer Peachy, is that you there?
Yeah.
Could you speak up just a bit?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, do you understand what's going on with this, what this motion is for at all, since it is relating to you?
Not really?
Fair enough. Basically, what the prosecution has attempted to motion for is to have your testimony from another case be able to be used in this case as a part of the primary actual evidence that they'll be using. This is primarily because, you know, the scheduling conflicts we were already talking about and any other issues pertaining. Assuming that we're not able to come to an agreement here and I don't rule in favor of the prosecution, would you be able to make yourself available for a separate deposition?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. If the trial time and date happen to be when you're available, you'll be able to make yourself available to go to that as well, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case,
Wait, who the fuck is that? Oh.
Aside here, I do think it would be in the best interest to have them in court to actually be questioned directly, both for direct and cross. So I am going to deny the motion for joinder at this time, but we will be looking to actually go ahead and get a deposition scheduled as soon as possible. If we are unable to get that scheduled in a timely fashion, I will expect that motion for joinder to come up again. Yes?
The CIA RP has been really fucking fun. I also like the fact that y'all and
With that
others
being
have no
said,
idea
you're done with old
when they're
motions.
here
Any new motions, prosecution,
and
starting
if
with
they're
you.
here.
I do believe we're still waiting on the
Yeah, that's been the good shit. I think the IA
to
stuff,
add
like I
a
said, is just
number.
misery.
3-8.
Yeah, you know why IA
676
stuff is
currently
misery?
still on the docket.
Night.
Hey, do you finally have time?
Do you have a
perhaps I missed
faceless
this.
mission
Can you
today?
point this out for me?
No.
Last
All right,
last
that means
page
yes.
5.
I'll give you a
post
call after this.
92.
I'm talking to. God damn it.
Talk to you soon.
Your Honor, it's post 92 if that helps.
Yeah, they got me in. I see that there. Okay, I did miss that.
Sit the fuck down.
With that being said, defense, do you have any response to that motion?
Yes, Your Honor, I have responses to that motion. One, I want to noting for the record this is only being added after this report was missing from the People versus Bobby trials in which a roads violation was ruled on by Justice Falconer. Secondarily, I would like this evidence denied because Bill Mays is unavailable to be cross-examined, and accepting this evidence without any possibility of cross-examination.
Yeah, but the
without this
judge isn't
testimony being
stupid. He
given
can
under oath,
analyze it.
makes it inherently reliable, and it should not be used as evidence for a criminal conviction.
Yeah, a judge can make that decision in deliberation when they're analyzing the evidence. Simply saying like, hey, we should remove evidence because it's not evidence. I mean, the judge can know how to weigh it
Any
themselves.
rebuttal from prosecution?
Yeah.
Come on, Duncan. I know Duncan's very nervous, but I'm going to tell you right now, this is very good for him. I'm a strong believer. Like, this man right there is by himself, surrounded by 20 individuals, right? The majority here in a pretrial hearing are not needed. They're currently clocked in, and I get the whole support aspect. But good. Trial by fucking fire. Annie, I know he's nervous, but this is good. This is going to make him peel his fucking skin off, right? So, yeah. It's going to get easier each and every time. And the reality is, when it comes to being a marshal, we're always going to be small in number, and this is going to be typical regardless.
Why didn't the defense make any of these statements when it was motioned to be added?
Is that a question? May I respond, Your Honor?
I'll allow a response.
Because we had a pre-trial hearing scheduled and we were going to go over it all here and now.
All right. Marshall, do you have any other specific response? Or?
No, I don't.
Oh, no. It's okay, Duncan. The testimony is largely irrelevant, but he should have a good answer there would have been, you can, analyze it yourself. It doesn't matter. If the judge believes it's hearsay as a consequence.
I did. Sorry.
If it's a consequence of like hearsay, like if you believe it's hearsay as a consequence of lack of cross-examination, it doesn't remove the fact that you can still weigh that evidence accordingly.
Prosecution, can you tell me how this is specifically relevant to the case that we'll be hearing?
Exactly. Because Grayson doesn't actually have a reason.
Yeah, it's a statement from a...
Exactly.
Is this the Bill Mays thing?
Because getting cooked right now.
Huh?
Is this the Bill Mace thing you're talking about?
Does either side happen to know, is Mr. Mace still in ICU at this time?
I mean, Your Honor, I was told during the Bobby Charles trial that he was not available and that the judiciary had been told he wasn't available. The first time I heard of that was in trial for Bobby Charles. I also was told that the marshals were made aware as well.
Question is
I was
he
made aware on the docket that he'd be unavailable, but I didn't know if that was still the case or not.
Yeah, they're asking about current. We can go find out. That's up to the defense.
The drink call right now is 250K to 10. So you need to calm down there, buddy.
You gonna laugh? You know what I mean?
I think we talked to Maxwell about that.
That's a lot of money, man.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I'm not getting fined 250K.
I am unaware of Bill Mays' status at this time.
Absolutely fair.
Good.
I don't know if you're waiting on me.
And I never got called.
No.
No,
Sorry,
you wait in
I'm
trial.
I apologize.
There are more
about letting you
cops
all know
in
that.
this pre-trial hearing that has very little weight than I've seen on most terrorism or big
All right,
scene
At
situations.
this time, I'm going to rule that the motion to add that evidence will be granted. However, I am going to point out that
Ah,
the court will be
Big
taking into
D!
consideration in the state that
Big
it
D!
is, with the arguments made by defense in mind.
What?
All right.
Big D! Big D!
At this time, any new motions, prosecution?
Yes.
What did I just miss?
Prosecution motions to add report 38541. 38541.
Yo, chat, can I be real with you? Just hearing some of the shock that's happening in the courtroom is people witnessing logic being used
All right,
to make a
defense, take
judicial
moment to look at
making
what you
these
need to
rulings
and then give me a response.
and being shocked that they're not
Can you direct me
weighing
where to look and how
emotional.
to look?
Like
And
I've noticed, and this is why I'm glad of the direction the DOJ is moving.
has that been
Is
provided
we've
to
moved
defense
the
as well?
courtroom was for the past year
I can provide that.
emotional, ran emotionally.
Please do share it because I don't.
Like
seem to be
the
able to
louder
do
you
either.
were, the more like emotion you put in, and da 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 da
How
da
would
da
you
da.
prefer
Like
to
somehow
refer,
that
like, on
weighed
the docket?
decisions. Like
You want to send it to Grayson and
so,
yourself?
Duncan may seem unsure of himself versus the
At this
defense.
time, yes, please.
But the
go ahead and
motions-
send it to
Grab it
us
for a
when you
minute.
have a moment.
Like some of these arguments
Yeah,
don't
you
have
go,
a
Your Honor.
basis. Just because you sound confident doesn't mean there's a basis to the argument.
What's up, Veronica?
So, for example, like this last motion, he cannot be questioned. Therefore, it should be removed. But whether or not he's able to attend isn't going to be known until the court case. And even if he couldn't attend, the evidence itself can still be weighed by the judge as a part of the as a part
attempting to
of
send it to you,
the
Uh-huh. I get you.
deliberations, right? Is it at present
have it.
possibly hearsay? Yes. But can that determination be made until the courtroom starts? No.
Yeah, I don't.
And is there content within that testimony that still has relevance? Yes. Because that interrogation tape
Here we go.
Working now?
is not a
Yeah,
one-sided, anyways.
And yourself as well, Your Honor. And if you could, Grayson, if you can redirect that
Yo.
to your co-counsel.
Oh, shit, he changed again.
Okay, yeah, I've got access now.
Okay, I've signed that over to me.
Man, I remember when Archie was the guy. Archie gave us that phone call on Nino, and he's like, "Hey, I want to be a paralegal," and I'm like, "All right, cool. Go read every fucking piece of legislation on the tablet." And he's like, "Yes, sir." And then,
Your Honor, may I provide this to my client?
Archie was the one guy, FYI, that anytime he even thought in one of the Nino conversations we were about to talk about something that might be illegal, he excused himself. Yeah.
While they're going over this really quickly, prosecution, you want to give me a brief rundown of what this is to be?
Yes, this is a statement from Marshal Ruth. And previously in this very own pretrial, the defense even stated that they would more evidence and more statements are always, good. So this is a direct statement pertaining to the initial arrest of Mr. Costello.
All right, defense, whenever you're ready, give a response to the motion.
Why
to,
didn't this
add
exist before?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Even though
While
we
I
didn't
did
want
say, in
this
fact,
level
you
of
want more
information,
evidence,
this
I
makes
don't
our
think this
defense.
contributes as evidence. I think what you've got here is something that's inherently more prejudicial and probative. The only thing that this basically states is that, Carmine went running out of an MRPD meeting once, like he does every single day of his life. There is a factual statement that Carmine was arrested, but no probable cause is given as to any of the charges. No evidence is given as to any of the charges. This literally just says, "Hey, I arrested somebody." If anything, the lack of statements of probable cause are further indicative that it was an illegal arrest.
Wait, that quite literally then allow them to add it if you think it actually supports your case. This is just, he just made some bullshit up.
Just to clarify, you're
Dude.
arguing against it being added right now, yes? Or no?
That's exactly what I was wondering. What the fuck?
Your Honor, we'll allow it. We're fine with it.
Okay.
What?
All right. Well, if there's no further argument to be made, then that motion will be granted.
Yo, I fucking yo, motherfucker can't get.
Okay. Any further motions from prosecution at this time?
None.
All right. Defense. Any motions from your
What
side?
the fuck?
Yes, a few, Your Honor. Please bear with us. Based on State Marshal Report 38541, which was just added into evidence, we would like to hear and actually challenge any statements of probable cause for any of the charges that are being pushed on my client here today. I'm gonna be real, I don't think they got them.
Trust me, bro. If you distill any of these arguments being made, they sound so foolish. There's a lot of like vocabulary, like higher level vocabulary being used, but like the actual arguments.
Let's look at the charge stemming from Carmela Corset, right? If you look at the People's K, that is report 37695. That is the People's K.
Yeah, here we go. PC hearing time. So I'm gonna. Here is my recommendation.
Reads.
If it doesn't end up having this way, it's whatever. But
rovers along the Big Green Bridge and started doing this creepy ritual.
We should have one pretrial hearing. Both sides should have to put forward their motions in advance of the case.
Nothing. This is somebody falling.
And unless there's some like extreme reason why another motion needs to be added because the current motions that are being put forward are like, it's stemming off of it. Those are the only motions that are heard. and then you go to court, and that's it. Because pretrial hearings were added into the
Am I able to rebut, Your Honor?
Hello.
Yes, please go ahead.
Hey.
I feel like a lot of these arguments.
There was an
can be
officer
made
in the courthouse
actual
that told me to call 911 and say Bobby Charles was in Polito.
What? How did they get your good? How would they have gotten your phone number?
I walked past them in the hall.
How did they look
They
like?
spoke to me. Brown jacket, shirt, pants, hair and beard were 2 different colors.
Did he have, was he the guy that was covering his face with tape?
No, but he was with him.
Oh, see if you can get a photo of him.
I don't know where they went.
Understood. So
they ran after speaking to me.
Oh, okay. Write this down onto paper. And, okay, so you said brown jacket.
Brown leather jacket.
May I rebut?
Yeah, let me get one final rebut.
You said beard as well?
Yes. Either his beard was brown and his hair was black, or his hair was black and his beard was brown.
Brown, black.
And multiple statements, an entire court case worth of these charges.
Okay. Any other descriptors? Was he wearing a hat, glasses, anything?
No hat. The person with him had the bandages on his face and was wearing similar clothes.
Understood. Good shit. Keep it up.
Do you have any food?
I do. As soon as this pretrial is over.
I'm being chased by Babylonians.
Shit. Stay safe, brother.
That's not helpful.
May I, Your Honor?
Before
I know.
you give any more direct response,
I'll do what I can. See you soon.
Earlier, we did a motion talking about if Officer Peachy would be able to have their statement joined in, and the defense did argue that they wanted to be able to properly cross-examine her in court. Is there any reason beyond what was already stated that we shouldn't take this to court to actually look through as well?
Yes. Okay. So, and in the standard given by Chief Justice Brittany Angel in the probable cause hearing for Kyle Fred, right? The argument wasn't that I would then get to pick apart each report and the evidence. The argument is that the prosecution has a burden.
Wait, did I hear that right? Sean, that's what was said, no?
Just accept and allow this to go to court, right?
Of course it's Friday.
This is not about me picking apart reports and showing inconsistencies.
Right.
I'm willing to do that at the court, Your Honor. Right? I'm more than happy to do that and argue the evidence there. But I believe there is a burden on the prosecution, on the San Andreas State Marshals right now, to be able to put forward a statement of probable cause for these charges. And if they can't, the charges should be dismissed and they should, basically be factually found null prosequi and incapable of prosecuting them.
Sorry, give me a few moments here.
I think the PC argument is kind of meh, to be honest. It's all in the documents that have been posted. Like, how much more PC do you need to know?
Carmine, I'll be real. I've heard post UFC Chuck Liddell interviews more coherent than this shit, and I still don't know how it's flying, but it's flying.
It's coherent because you can't just make an argument that has no legal basis to begin with. It's like, okay, it might be dressed up a bit, but to use an exaggeration, this is like bringing up the chicken and egg problem or arguing some random philosophical thought process. But if none of it is relevant to what is being asked, it isn't applicable.
Okay.
And therefore is not.
Hopefully they can take care of that.
He's gonna kill me.
Carmine.
Go in there.
Can't go in there. Can't go in there.
Can't
go
No.
in
No.
You cannot go in
Looks like
there.
Law enforcement is already out there dealing with
D,
it.
listen.
I'm
Go
gonna
back to the hospital. Let's take you back to the hospital, D. Okay.
Carmine.
Wait, who the fuck is this?
It's D.
So
D who?
Officer
Carmine.
is a bit
D-Link.
big.
D-Link.
Where's Carmine?
D. They're in a
You can't-
pre-trial. You cannot go
multiple
in there
different
right now.
Statements here. I assume you're questioning most.
Why?
Of the,
I need
submitted
Carmine!
results, possibly not all of them.
Almost done,
defense.
D. We'll have him call you in a minute, okay?
Until I've made all my
How
arrangements
long?
with
How long
the
am I gonna
government.
wait?
I think probably like 5 more minutes.
What the fuck?
Ah.
Bob, come on, let's go outside. Yeah, let's go
take
smell
you
the
back to the
fresh air.
hospital, okay?
Yeah, let's do that
Here, I
too.
was hoping this would be
Come on,
quick.
D.
Come on.
No, I'm staying here.
D, you don't look
Jesus
in any shape.
Christ.
You can even stand up.
Is this public intoxication?
Ah.
I don't think
Ah.
he's drunk though. Well,
I think
maybe.
on medication.
Actually, I take that
He was
back.
in the ICU.
Well,
He just
you
got out
guys
of
get, yeah, y'all got this. Y'all
Bye.
got this. Yep.
Carmine.
We should put him in a bubble or something.
As much as
I'm
I
not
hate
gonna
to
do anything about
this,
it, but
we've got
man,
too many pieces of evidence
yo,
kind
could
of
you imagine?
blanket
I'm at the
ruling on this, so
movie,
we're
so
gonna
they're
have to
like,
go
oh,
through things one by one as you have issues. Yeah, I don't like it either, but here we are.
oh man.
So, does defense already have a list planned of everything that they're going to be contesting as far as the submitted evidence, or are we going to have to go through things piecemeal?
Is this
I have a list of some things I'd like struck immediately. As far as the previous thing goes, I'm not asking to assess each piece of evidence. I'm asking for the prosecution to lay forward their statement of probable cause. That's all I'm asking for.
look, this is a
Your Honor.
I highlighted issues that I believed were contained in the evidence that showed that they did not.
this sounds like a
Show that it was
pre-trial
needed.
hearing,
Prosecution,
and
please
they
go ahead with the response.
should ask to schedule one.
Yeah. Your Honor. You're
Take your time.
are we able to motion for continuance until both of or people who are not able to be here are able to be here to answer this second pretrial, what is basically amounting to?
Oh boy. We will have to, if we're gonna do that, we're gonna have to abide by the new guidelines, which basically means I will be scheduling the trial and we will be doing pretrial right before that if we end up even going into this. Jeez. Now we're getting motions within motions here.
May I, Your Honor?
Go ahead, Mr. Grayson.
I'm not mean. I don't want to be rude. I respect Duncan. I think he's a fantastic officer. If he's incapable of doing this and he's entered as a prosecutor, at this point they are factually saying they cannot prosecute this case. Waiting
Rebuttal.
for other people. No,
Moment, please. Go ahead, Mr. Grayson, finish your statement.
he is a lawfully sworn officer. He has all the powers of the San Andreas State Marshals behind him. When we face Duncan Fenwell in court, we are not just facing Duncan Fenwell. We are facing the San Andreas State Marshals, right? I don't see an argument, hey, let's wait for other state marshals. I'm actively confused. We're here to do our work. I told you I wasn't sure if any of my other co-attorneys were going to show up for this. I told you that I was ill. I'm still here willing to fight. I don't understand. I'm confused.
He's asking for a pretrial hearing.
Marshal Fenwell?
Yes. I'm here to deal with the motions that were presented at the pretrial and
Yes!
the ones that were added afterwards. What's being asked is essentially a second pretrial within the pretrial. Essentially the whole trial, actually.
Yes.
I'm sure, Grayson, he's worked for a long time. You know that some people have to come in at last minute to substitute in. So hopefully you'd understand the slack needed for that to be cut. Cutting the slack.
Yeah. That's a good one.
And Your Honor, yourself, you'd see that there's a lot to go through. You know, you're the one I sit here and do the whole trial with when his co-counsel's missing, my co-counsel's missing.
Hey, sit the fuck down.
And some of the witnesses are not even here. Probable cause has been laid out. The reports
He's blooming. He's blossoming.
By the main prosecutors.
He's blossoming.
He will be here
Yes!
at the actual trial.
Yes! Come on, Duncan.
Probable cause.
Now you've pissed him off.
Fair enough.
He hasn't even...
Marshal Fennell, do one thing for me.
He's
help me out
peacocking.
here. The report that Grayson cited with Carmela Corset's statement.
Which number is that?
37695. Take a moment, read over.
Yeah, we should send in Duncan for most of these and
articulate in your own words what the PC is for the arrest that would have come from this.
Let me read this over.
Yeah, please take your time. Yeah, figure it out in your own words. Obviously, you may not have the full details. I'm just wanting to see what you're getting out of this right
just and could you imagine? Yeah, we make like we're like evolve him into his final form. Because now this is good. He's coming into his own because he's starting to see what Grayson's doing here. So keep in mind, at the start of this, Duncan is here because, what's his name? Blunt was going to be here, but he got shot, right? He's in ICU. Sparks has work. And there was only a certain set of motions put up. So in order to allow this fucking dumb shit, like pre-trial, if we're going to be honest, because they filed a million of them, to move forward, we've come here to address them.
This is
and now the attorneys are kind of like, yo, we want to add a fucking pre-trial here in.
that entire report, like it
Right?
says at the end of it,
If we
that,
get-
or it says in a couple spots that Carmine ended up being arrested shortly after this. So if you could give me the probable cause that would have come before the arrest there, I'd appreciate it.
Radio check.
And if you can't give me full probable cause with the information there, and you say so, give me.
What's going on with the 911?
Brian, I just got off the phone with those guys. It's some guy named Patty and his boss, Leo. They said they're being chased by 2 red vehicles and want you to call Leo.
Affirm,
I'll throw you on his number. Hold tight.
Affirm. Yeah, we need to scramble some units. That is actually very likely accurate.
380, I'm going to try to find him.
Hey, firm.
Can you get on?
All right, there's his info, Brian. He said call that guy.
What's that guy?
He's this guy called earlier and said he was being chased by some people, and if he
When?
was ever in trouble, he's going to drive to MRPD. He didn't give it a location, though.
Tim, can you get back on the phone with him?
That is a ex-Darkstone individual that does have close proximity with the Faceless, so they're probably trying to execute his ass.